Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if you're not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be providing an update on the rescheduled space chat with Erin Arvedlund, and I'm also going to be looking at updates from Rosa's legal challenge against Finra with an important response from Finra. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. What I'd first like to share with you here is a history of the US inflation over the last few months. So on the screen here, I'm just going to go back to June 2022. So if we have a look at June 2022 here, inflation was approximately 9.1%. And then if we continue from June, we know it's gone down to 8.5, 8.3, 8.2, 7.7. It has been going down. Right now, the latest data we have is 5%. So that was down from 6 to 5. And April we find out Wednesday, so I'm hoping this trend continues. So maybe it could come down to closer to the 4% figure. We will have to wait and see. And if it does come down from the 5%, I am expecting a positive bounce in the market. So that's an important thing. So the headline here from Fox Business is CPI inflation data, Disney earnings and debt ceiling top the week ahead. So in terms of the key date that we're looking at this week in the market is Wednesday, when we will have this news. April's consumer price index, again the estimate is 5.5%. And if it is 5.5%, then that will be a slight increase. So fingers crossed it is a little bit lower. So now I'd like to share with you details of the rescheduled space chat. So this is going to take place Thursday, 11th of May. So the proposed time is 3:45 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. The co-hosts this time are Curtis again and Tiz was 23. Unfortunately, Syntax is unavailable due to a prior engagement. So in terms of the scheduled speakers, there has been a little bit of flexibility further down to account for any additional time that is needed. But we still have some of the important speakers sharing important updates with Erin, and these include Curtis, Hollywood Henry, Tony from Market Moves. We have Richard Hoffman, Anna Trades, Alan Hensley, Drew Diligence, Hands of Steel, and there may be a slot for additional speakers, so reach out to Prosty and also possibly Bishop 2007. So hopefully you can join us on this space on Thursday, and details and link I will also add in the description. So before we have a look at the update from Rosa's case, I'm just going to share with you a post that I just shared earlier today, and that is in response to the SEC Investor Education Twitter handle, who we can see here have stated, do you know the red flags of investment scams? So they're talking about unregistered and unlicensed financial professionals, talking about high and guaranteed returns, unregistered products and unsolicited offers to invest. So we are aware of those red flags. However, I think what I have stated after tagging them in is I've stated the real red flags which have actually caused significant losses to many American and worldwide honest retail investors are, number one, the SEC Gov, or should we say the SEC, approving a corporate notice with dates, and Finra then issuing a U3 halt, thinking, hey, we knew about this 6 months ago, but what can we do now to stop it? Number two, naked shorting and synthetic shares being used to drive down the price. I know some people don't like the term synthetic shares and prefer to call them fake shares, but I think they are the same thing. Number three, blue sheet data not being released. They will argue this is to protect retail investors, but in reality is to protect the broker dealers, hedge funds and also Finra. So this is data that Finra will currently have access to, but nobody else. Now, number four, open breaches of securities legislation, including shorts not closing their positions and entering a private company. So I think those are the real red flags. And finally, I'd like to give a shout out to the glass guy, who's nicely summarised that Finra is in court. Look at the real reason why they want the judge to dismiss the case. It's not because they are innocent. The amended complaint is subject to dismissal because Finra is entitled to regulatory immunity. So we are going to look at this case from Rosa now. Let's now have a look at Finra's opposition to the plaintiff's motion for leave to amend complaint. So this is in the Northern District of Florida, Tallahassee Division, and the United States District Court. So we know the plaintiff here, Rosa Tawil, against or versus Finra, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. So what they are basically saying is Finra opposes Rosa's motion for leave to amend the complaint in support of its opposition. So let's have a look at Finra's arguments, and what Finra are now basically saying in their introduction is basically they believe she is in violation of her obligations to the court in terms of the rules, because what they have done, what she would say is what she has done is without first attempting to meet and confer with Finra. And I do remember John Berder saying that there was a meeting that he had scheduled with Finra. I think the DTCC were there, metamaterials people were there as well, and Finra never turned up. So there was a meeting there, they never turned up, but this time what Finra are saying is you never attempted to meet with us to confer. So that's what they are saying in their introduction. So what they wanted is Rosa to schedule a meeting so they could attend. So in their argument, what they are saying is plaintiff's failure to confer as required by the local rules. So they are identifying a case here, Killick versus Harbour Freight Tools, United States, and using that as a previous precedent, and saying that she should have obviously invited them. And obviously, in the conclusion, the person representing Finra, or the company, David S. Mandel from Mandel & Mandel LLP, based in Miami, Florida, are saying, for the reasons herein, Finra requests a plaintiff's motion for leave to amend be denied, and Finra's motion to dismiss the complaint be granted with prejudice. So basically what we are seeing here is what Finra are looking at is they are trying to demand a conference in advance, which obviously I'm sure if there was such a thing, they wouldn't have turned up, just like they never turned up, as John Berder stated, to discuss how else Rosa is going to sue them. So I think what Rosa is trying to do is obviously have some amendments, and those amendments are going to include the blue sheets. It's going to include some updates that we've had from the Freedom of Information Act, and as far as I'm aware, all court cases, if it's a matter of seeking the truth and matter of seeking justice, if new information comes to light, then any honourable and respectable judge should allow that, especially if the case is not yet over. So for Finra to say, look, you have got new evidence, but we don't want to look at that. Well, I can understand that if the case is over, but the case is not over. So it seems by a little bit like a pathetic attempt by Finra to try to get out of this amendment, because the amendment could certainly get them into trouble. Finally, just to finish off, quick shout out to our weekly watch list. This is going to be made available today, exclusive to the Discord members, where we called out some important stocks such as HKD, TOP, and many others. So if you would like to get this as well as our daily stock alerts, you can join us for less than $9 a month. Information is available in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.